Hey, all. Welcome to our weekly ecosystem office hours call. I am your host, Jinx, and we are joined, as always, by the best and brightest in the Pocket ecosystem. We will start off today with our protocol updates from Fred.
Thank you, Jinx. All right. We have a Twitter thread out about some of the protocol gains, but what does the scanner say about Shannon's power level? It's over 9,000. The latest load test results are out, and on a single node, we are seeing, in a single node on a single block, over 9,000 claims and proofs executed. This is a reflection of the various performance enhancements and speed upgrades that we've been hard at work on. And our focus for Shannon from here is just to continue scaling. We're really going to be focused on deeply exceeding the performance of Morse. So more to come on that, and stay tuned for more updates. On the path side of things, we recently published a massive PR last week, and we're really starting to build off that. So the foundational PR for metrics went out last week. I talked about that. But from here, it's starting to actually implement the individual metrics and get that granularity that the existing gateways are used to, and also the granularity that our metrics pipeline here at Grove, and from there, our data pipelines require. So that's been a huge effort. And kind of on the very exciting side of things, we've been running some internal proof of concepts using Path, and we are pleased to say that an upcoming PR here will have Path support WebSockets. To be very clear about this, though, Path supports WebSockets. However, Pocket does not support WebSockets, neither Morse nor Shannon. So I just want to make that abundantly clear, but this is a very important step that the gateway itself supports WebSockets, and this means that a theoretical gateway operator could support a WebSocket service if they went directly to their own infrastructure and not to Pocket Network. In addition, we also have some exciting POCs with regards to AI and REST support. We'll tickle and tease a little bit more about that as we have more information, but we're really starting to open up new avenues with the Path Toolkit. So if you're interested and want to get involved, please check it out, become a user, and stand up a gateway. Lastly, just on the portal side, we are preparing to launch several new chains. They should be live by February 1st. I actually just finished the internal migration, so they're all loaded into our backend today. The foundation transactions should go through on February 1st or maybe a day earlier, because that's the weekend. And once those are live, we'll of course make announcements that the new chains are coming live. But that's everything from the Grove side.
Beautiful. That is amazing. And I've been watching some of the communications around that, and also saw the tweets today going out. Loved the updates regarding the resiliency in the face of a chain halt and the total volume that's being tested. Appreciate Shansky's updates out there, because that is all super exciting. Mike is traveling today, so we're going to shift on into some foundation updates. Saeed, are you? Here we go. There you are. Hit us.
I am here. Hey, thanks, Jinx. PGAT's scheduled to launch February 10th, and you guys in the community will all have a chance to meet those folks on the Wednesday community call of that week. So pretty excited about the 6 companies, and super excited for you guys to meet them all. They're thrilled to be a part of the Pocket ecosystem.
That is also awesome. I am very much looking forward to sort of a reality TV show type approach to watching these teams engage with uh, the accelerator as it continues on, and hopefully all building in public on the Discord itself. Are they onboarding into the Discord, and is that a something that we could help set up? Some communications infrastructure there, so we can watch what they're doing and how they're communicating.
Yeah, they'll be in this Discord. There's a channel that I've set up as well, so you guys can jam with that.
Awesome. I am super excited and looking forward to it. Gabby, do you have our ecosystem updates?
Oh, couple of reminders. First, the quests have started coming in. If you are confirmed as a participant, please submit them sooner rather than later. I will be opening up for new participants first week of February, ideally. So get them in while you can. I mean, you'll still be able to submit after, but I just want to make sure that the OGs are getting their portion of the budget. Moving on, Orca incentives are live. Please don't forget about them. We also have the incentives on Aerodrome, which is on Base. Orca is on Solana. Please get to trading. Lastly, tomorrow I am doing an AMA with a crypto, we'll call it like blockchain group chat. This is my first time doing this style because it won't be with voice, it'll be via text. I will drop the link here in the community chat if anyone's interested in joining and checking it out.
Excellent. Okay, and yep, that's everybody that's on the top of the list, I think, right now. So we'll open it up there to questions, updates, thoughts, anything else you'd like. Feel free to use the sidebar chat for questions and or, come off mute and just engage. Oh, Zatar, yeah, you don't have to type, man. Why don't you go ahead and take a minute and give your update. Oh, there we go.
Thanks, James. Yeah, so the update is that I put the new PIP-39 proposal up for voting last night. The voting continues for 1 week till next Tuesday at 11:28 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm not sure how much everyone knows about PIP-39. So I'll briefly review what it entails, and any questions you can post them in the forum or ask them here once I'm done doing the review. So PIP-39 amends the compensation scheme that Michael included in the proposal that gave him control of the Pocket Network Foundation. So the compensation scheme applies to 5 reward events. It calls for paying out 48 million Pocket tokens when and if the price of the token hits 50 cents. And again, when it hits $1, and then it calls for paying out 96 million Pocket if the price hits $3 and again at $5. The other reward event is the Shannon rollout, which will see the developers get 48 million Pocket, and we expect that to happen within a few months. The other targets more aspirational. So PIP-39 is necessary because it creates a process to avoid conflicts of interest in regards to the allocation of these millions of tokens, and it leaves final control over that allocation with the DAO, whose treasury is the source of this money. In addition, the proposal adds transparency, ensures fairness of the compensation process, and introduces good business practices. In a nutshell, it's what's best for token holders. The proposal fills in many gaps as well. For example, it makes clear that when exactly the Shannon rollout is considered to have occurred, thereby triggering payment. It addresses the possibility of a token redenomination or renaming by providing that the payouts will be based on the denomination and name in effect when this proposal PIP-39 passes. The proposal that put Mike in charge of PNF was passed on August 10th, 2024. I initially voted no because of the compensation scheme. Like others, I opposed giving control over the milestone payouts from the DAO treasury to PNF because of the huge conflicts of interests where PNF directors or just Mike would decide on their own rewards from the Dow Treasury without any oversight. So in the final hours of the vote on August 10th, the proposal to give Mike control, PNF, was heading for rejection. At that point, in order to get his proposal passed, Mike promised to accept Dow control of the compensation payouts. As a result of that promise, he was able to get the votes he needed to pass PIP-38, including my vote. It was agreed that a new compensation scheme with Dow control would be put to a vote, and Michael committed to implementing the scheme. The result is this proposal, PIP-39, which has been amended several times to take account of feedback from Michael and others. The PIP-39 will create a Dow committee of up to 3 members. The foundation, however, will decide on the reward allocations, and the committee will need to approve decisions. For the price milestone rewards, 50 cents, $1, $3, and $5, the foundation will publish criteria that govern the reward distribution, and any community member will be able to apply. Application of the criteria will make the reward process transparent and guard against bias and arbitrariness. Now, the risk assumed by the contributors, and I had Mike in mind in particular with this, will be a big factor in determining reward size. The maximum reward per person has been increased in my proposal up to 40% of the total package, but the committee can increase this further. The price target rewards will be paid to developers, foundation directors, marketers, anyone who's had a positive impact on Pocket network fundamentals. All reward payouts will be locked for 4 years from the date of receipt, with 25% unlocking each year after that. And that's the same as Mike had proposed in PIP-38. Anyone who wants to serve on the committee, the Dow committee that is, must self-nominate within 14 days from the passage of this proposal. At that point, I'll launch a vote where the Dow will select the committee members. For their work, the committee members will get $100 an hour, and it's expected that for each reward event, no more than 30 hours of work will be required, therefore costing the Dow a maximum of $3,000 per reward event. Committee members can apply for rewards too, but they'll need to recuse themselves from voting on their own rewards. And that's the proposal in a nutshell.
Awesome.
Thanks
Thank you,
for
sir.
the time.
I encourage all Dow voters to take a look at that and make sure that you're reviewed and up to date and take action as you deem appropriate. Other questions, topics, points of conversation? Seems like we are all generally in good shape today. I do want to make sure that everyone has had a chance to address anything that's outstanding on your mind. This is the single best time of the week to ask any questions of the foundation and supporting teams. Oh, and for anyone who didn't see it, the AMA channel is in the sidebar link. Gabby's dropped that there. We're looking forward to the Block Talks AMA and expect good things out of that. Gabby, a few calls ago, you mentioned Truth Cartel may launch some community-oriented campaigns. Any word on that or anything the community can expect to see from them?
When you say community-oriented campaigns, do you mean things targeting like the existing Pocket community? Because an example would be that we've started is this AMA, they've organized it and set it up. And so this is targeted at an external community that exists and does a lot of these, we'll call it learning efforts. And so they're incentivized to learn a lot about our project and to engage with the AMA. I'll wait for your response here. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So they have just handed over the copy for a few blog posts, and we meet regularly to discuss socials posts, which they provide the copy, and we get everything scheduled. So in terms of the community supporting efforts, first thing is always to engage with any content that we post. Make sure you're, liking, reposting, things like that. If you have ideas or if you want to contribute to the actual content, please reach out to me and I can make that coordination happen. We may also be doing some Reddit efforts that we're trying to get organized. They have a very particular method for how they are able to surface our Reddit content to the top post on very large pages. So in terms of contributing there, I would have to ask them, if we start upvoting things, do we mess up their algorithm? But other than that, it's just continue to engage with what we post.
Beautiful. And I see additional typing happening in the sidebar, although I'm not sure if they're actual questions or just sort of broad complaints expressing frustration. Markets are wild today. Frustrations are high, I'm sure, for a lot of folks. Keeping an eye here since there are a few people typing. Will you hire a guy that did Reddit marketing in the past? The current marketing organization, Truth Cartel, has already absolutely smashed some of their existing campaigns. That being said, I like the work that had been done previously, and I love the idea of joining together various facets of community and agency-based marketing. So I think that there is certainly room for a conversation there. Was there any updates, sorry if I missed in a previous call, regarding the legal aspect of transferring tokens from one token to another? Is there any expectation that could hold up Shannon launching? I think that's a great question, and I've been personally talking to all sides of the network in trying to help get our documentation and strategy together around that. I think there are still some open technical questions that need to be answered. So that's I don't think that we're going to have a quick answer on that right away. It will probably be over the next week or so as some of these final technical questions get answered. And that's just from my perspective of being in the middle of some multi-direction community conversations. Feel free to hold me to that next week. When will the meme contest close on Reddit? Mr. Riggins? Oh, see pinned post on Reddit. Yep. Fair. Good answer. Oh, thank you, Zatar. New Pocket Network website looks good. Shout out. To be clear, I did not design it. I've added my input on messaging, but I simply acted as a developer resource to get designs that were provided built into real life. I would note that it has been the position of the foundation that this has been a transition of platform and an updated reflection on branding and thoughts, and that this should be considered an evolving website versus something fixed right now. Is there a rough date range for Shannon launch party in Tampa? Um, I will. I love that idea. Everyone who came to the Octopus party a couple of years back knows that I do love to throw a good crypto party. I am definitely thinking about that sort of thing at the same venue the last one was held at, which everyone enjoyed a ton, and that would absolutely be something that we would broadly invite everyone in the community to come and participate in. We love being able to share some space and time together and, um, just celebrate the things that have been accomplished. Gabby asked Pocket Lambos. That one is probably going to be a little more challenging, but um, I would love very much for all of us to have those. Does Pocket have deal with Binance for listing post Shannon? Um, I don't. I don't think there are any details on that. Gabby, do you have any insight on that?
Do not. And for context, sometimes with dealing with centralized exchanges, we are not allowed to deliver certain information before certain dates. So even if I did have context, I may not be able to say.
Yeah, it's funny, we just saw the whole BVV thing go down, and seeing some folks who were executing on that kind of information. It's clear that the regulatory oversight still has some teeth, and so all of those rules do have to be followed. Which one is the biggest name on PGAT list? Saeed, the list is going out. I think you said next week. Is that right?
February the 10th, we'll drop a blog post and tweet, and there'll be a PR release. And True Cartel is helping with all the PR for this as well. So you guys will see the teams then. Just out of protecting their privacy, I don't want to disclose anything that they haven't let us. But there's some really talented teams. I mean, excellent technical skills. And there's many ecosystems people can go build on, and to get this level of talent into Pocket, it's really great.
I'm excited as well. Seems like Coinbase should be a Grove client. They had some Solana issues last week. I absolutely agree with that. And they are talking about their intention to increase their support for builders listing on Coinbase. So I would encourage everyone. I'm certainly going to be on their space tomorrow, which is at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. I'm very, very eager to hear what they're doing on that perspective, because I think if anybody counts as a builder ecosystem, it's Pocket, which is the foundation for so many other things. So that sounds encouraging to me. Ramiro has added that the longest name on PJAT is Hubert Blaine Wolfschlegel Steinhausen Bergerdorf Sr., and that sounds accurate to me.
Nice pronunciation.
Yeah. That is a quality contribution, Ramiro. And Gabby mentions that she went to an event yesterday and they presented on the AI agent kit they are building, and that she is working on getting us on the integration list, which is just one of many opportunities really that we're sitting on right now in this time. So lots of good stuff there. Typing in the sidebar is busy, so keep it coming.
I can just add some quick context on the event. It was Agents Day hosted by Archetype VC. It was a small event and kind of like a invite only situation for AI specific projects. It was very, very interesting, very informative. I posted some random quotes on my Twitter. But the TLDR here is there is a lot of opportunity for us, but we need to make sure that we are positioned both from a branding and technical perspective to win this business. Also, it is a little bit of a longer play as a lot of these projects are not yet online. So let's keep pushing in that direction. And as we put more marketing content out around this, like pump it up, please.
Hell yeah. How was yesterday's conversation on X with Ripple? Yeah, that's I think it was Fred. You were on with the X Ripple dev space.
Yep. I think it went really well. There's definitely a lot going on in that ecosystem. There's some focus there on real world assets seem to be a topic, as well as just the general regulatory environment. They spent a very long time discussing, and obviously Ripple has some pretty strong opinions there. So overall, though, I think it went well. We got our message out. And I think we've seen a pretty big conversion on the Grove Twitter account. So we're continuing to monitor that.
Excellent. Tim said, I have a question for Art, and I know this isn't the Grove call. You all were rumored to be raising capital last year. Is that still happening? Is there any updates on runway you can share? Obviously, the price action has people concerned about PNF Grove's financial health, and no is a fine response.
No. A little more clarity. No, we're not doing a financial raise right now. We were able to get a hold of our costs over 2 years. We have runway for most of the year at this point, but we're working through with PNF on a different arrangement. We also have a slightly diversified treasury that doesn't include Pocket, that we can and have been selling at times to help fund ourselves. Beyond that, no, we're not doing another raise at this point in time. And the reason is fairly direct. 100% of our operations and effort is going towards building open source software. So you have half the team working on the protocol and half the team working on Path. The portal, the one that drives most of the traffic to Pocket, is in this maintenance mode. We do the bare minimum right now to keep it up. So it's basically if our dispatchers go down, the pretty much the nodes that throw requests onto the network, we fix them. And whenever we launch new chains, we make sure that, and this is what Fred I think mentioned at the beginning of the call, we make sure to open up those chains onto the network and update the docs, et cetera, et cetera. So that's where we are as of today.
Beautiful. Thank you, sir. More typing. Lava Network raised capital. They can speed up their development. Grove without raise might not be able to follow and survive. What is the risk assessment saying on this matter? I mean, Lava Network is, to be perfectly blunt, miles behind what Grove is building here. I don't really think that there's a one-to-one comparison there, all things considered. Lava is leaning heavily into the RPC space, and of course they're saying that they support some AI inference as well, to some degree. Grove and Pocket specifically is talking about open data, 100% open data from anywhere, of any type. If there is a publicly accessible API, that's something that can be served up through the Pocket network, and that goes in a million different directions. Art has personally, sorry to put you on the spot here, but Art has personally been playing with privacy and free speech protocols as part of that. There are just like countless directions. It's an entirely different focus on the marketplace. Lava didn't copy paste Shannon. Lava copy pasted Morse, and that's why they're behind.
Not only that, I think they are not built to serve anything. They're like we met when we were in Brussels earlier last year. We met with a year in the team. We actually Bolshansky, Mike, and I had a nice long dinner with them, and their focus, at least at that time, was different, right? They're fully on DeFi and they're fully on paying people in the native token on the native token of the chain that they're supporting, and I think they're built into that specific ecosystem, like basically blockchain RPC, and they're trying to add restaking. Beyond that, I don't know if they have the ability to expand beyond blockchains. Like for us, as you can see, we make a decision 2 weeks ago that we want to launch 6-7 chains, and 2 weeks later we're going to have 6 or 7 new chains, and we're just going to continue doing that. For other to expand our addressable market, that is a bigger lift. And that is where we are concentrating right now. So that is what Saeed and Gabby are doing at the foundation, and doing the appropriate BD to get net new participants in the ecosystem. And what we're doing on our end is just enabling the tooling that will building the tooling that will enable that.
Fantastic. Grove will always be Grove will be helping orgs stand up their gateways post Shannon. Do you all have a handful of orgs lined up ready to pay for this support? Fred, was your answer in response to that, or we'll continue to run chains until we launch out of batch 6? Okay, I see the edit now.
Right now, we aren't pursuing a paid support model. We're going to be doing open source community support. I mean, I don't want to say that we won't ever do that, but that is an avenue that many open source communities have, or open source companies have found as a revenue generator as support. So we will think about that.
Beautiful. And Taraba asked, why is Shannon not coming out with WebSocket support? That's not
because we have 3 engineers.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's it.
Yeah, it's that just needs to be contextualized appropriately. Shannon is coming out with WebSocket support, but not all features of Shannon are going to be turned on right at the same time as cutover. There is a rollout process of a series of features and tooling that will be part of the extended launch of Shannon, not necessarily available on day one.
Yeah, that's the very long answer. The short answer is, it's a people problem right now. We have 4, not 3 engineers, and there's a lot to do, including the migration itself. And WebSockets is something that will come. As I said, it's working on path. And regarding the comment a moment ago about privacy protocols, an engineer in our team, Pascal, was able to get a bunch of traffic proxied through path for LLMs and for Nostr and for 1 or 2 other protocols that are not blockchains. So we know that at the path level, we are able to service WebSocket style traffic. To get it at the Shannon level will take a little bit more work. So it will come.
Yeah. I'll also make 2 comments that Shannon is a piece of software, and software receives updates and enhancements over time. And that's a great update and enhancement for Shannon is WebSocket support. And then if you're very curious about it and you want to get involved and possibly develop it yourself, we'd love to go live with WebSocket support. So Taraba, if you're up to it, we'll look for your PR in the GitHub repository.
And I would remind everyone that this is an open source project, and community contributions are very much part of that. We have the ecosystem in our Discord to help coordinate those kinds of things, and some of the most significant contributions to Morse along the way came from community contributors in the ecosystem. So if you're listening to this and you are an engineer with the appropriate skills to be able to add on some of these things, we absolutely would love to have your contribution. Yeah, Tim had asked if there was any demand for Hashgraph support, and Artis said no. And as a reminder from Fred, you are welcome to open a PR and contribute. Hey, this is Mo from Swan Blocks, one of the accelerator startups. Oh, hey, Mo. Well, welcome. We're launching an open source project in mid-February, a proxy that converts HTTP calls into WebSocket or GraphQL subscriptions and vice versa. This will serve as a temporary solution for WebSocket support. Boom. I mean, that is exactly the kind of thing that we're talking about. So doubly welcome, Mo. Glad that you are not only here, but also have an immediate answer and contribution. We are happy to have you. Terrava says, will Pocket be added to U.S. national digital asset stockpile? Yeah, I would not expect that. How's that?
Yeah, of course. That was the whole point of going the ball. Like, that was it. It's Bitcoin, Ripple, and Pocket.
Sounds
You heard it
exactly.
here. Yeah.
Occasionally, our questions on here do wander into the deeply unserious. Okay. Yeah, Mo, by the way, I'm not sure if you saw the follow-up there or not, but feel free to DM Fred. That's listed in there. And for any and all of the accelerator programs that are, as they're beginning to join in, first of all, I do encourage you to come join these weekly ecosystem calls. It is one of the single best places to get all of the information on what's currently happening across the entire ecosystem. And two, thrilled to have you here, and please do engage actively in the Discord. We are getting up near the top of the hour. Do we have any final calls or topics that we need to chew on? I do see Breezy's typing. This question in the chat was never. Oh yeah, again, deeply unserious. I thought you had an actual contribution. All right. Well, in that case, we will wrap it up here, and I will see y'all again, same time, same channel next week. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.